Perfect. Okay, recording has started. All right, guys, so today we are going to go over some basics of Shop the Row, and then I've invited Kim on here because she uses Shop the Row a lot to post in multiple places at one time. She's very familiar with it and has kind of learned the ins and outs of best practices on Shop the Row. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go into my Shop the Row account. Okay, can you guys see my Shop the Row here? Yep. Okay, perfect. So if you're new to Shop the Row, this right here, we'll just go over the basics real quick. This is your dashboard, okay? Your inventory tab is going to be where you would go to add new inventory, all right? So I use an app now called Lula Collage, okay? And I take my pictures that way because it allows me to put the size and the style of the item on the actual picture. I know Kim uses like a chalkboard in her actual picture with the item. I highly recommend, and I'm gonna actually be going back through my stuff, to always have your style and the size on the actual picture, because it really helps the customers if the post is liked and bumped to the page of whatever sale is going on, they can see all the details of it. Whereas if the size and style aren't on there, they actually have to like click on the picture and bring the information up. So it's just a helpful tip there. And then your listings tab is going to be basically where you post your items to your different sales. And Kim is kind of going to cover this. We're going to go over Smart Posts today, which is, I use Smart Post. I don't even use manual anymore. I use the Smart Post function, so Kim will really touch on that. And then parties, I can kind of go over this real quick. Let's say you have a customer. I got to take a drink. Sorry guys, my allergies are kicking my butt today. Okay, let's say you have a customer who wants to see all of your TC leggings. What you can do is you can click on Create Party, and you can say Sally's private shopping. Choose a picture. I normally have one that says something like private shopping, and it's just a picture of somebody in LuLaRoe. Okay, so any picture there, and then I just always have both of these checked, and then I click on Save. All right, and then we're gonna go over here, and you see Sally's private shopping. On the side, you'll click on the little 3 bars, and you can click on Manage Items, and then what you can do is you can go through all of your things. So she wants to see tall and curvy leggings, so you can select all of those, and let's say she wears a medium Sarah, is possibly interested in those, an extra large Randy, whatever you'd like, you can load it here. Okay, so click on the things you want to put in Sally's party, click on Add Items, and it'll add those to her private shopping link. And then here you go. You can then just copy this URL right here, oops, and then send that on over to Sally, and she can go in here and shop this personal private party that you've set up just for her with all of the things in your inventory that would be great for her. So it's kind of a cool way to, you know, share whatever inventory you have with a specific person. I've noticed it makes people feel really special that you take the time to do this, and look how quick that was, and there you go. It's all right there, okay? So that's how to set up individual parties. That does not post anywhere. It's just in that link. So it takes them to Shop the Row basically through a web link, okay? When you're done with it, you can just go over here on the side again and click on Delete, Confirm, and it just takes the party out. Once they have claimed something, it'll show up in your Sales tab over here, and then you'll have all of your sales right there. Alrighty? And that's pretty much your, I mean, that's like a basic rundown. What we really want to cover, let me stop share, close that out. Okay, what we're really going to go into is posting through the Smart Post function to different places. Kim's kind of going to touch on that. She's also going to go over kind of tips and tricks that she's learned because she's used it a lot. So she's going to cover Facebook jail too, which is really good. So Kim, I'm going to pass it on over to you. I'm going to mute myself. And if you want to just take it away And then you guys, like I said, for those of you just jumping on, if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat and we'll answer them at the end. And then we'll open it up for questions at the end as well.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. And maybe. This computer is like super, super slow. So be patient with me. Oh my soul. Okay.
Real quick, guys, while she's getting that situated, at the end here, I'll stop the recording on this Zoom and I'll close out of it. But Melissa, Menke, and I are going to do another small, very brief training on something called Sell It Social. And so just stay tuned to Ellie's for that if you'd like to jump on live. Otherwise, that will also be recorded.
Okay. Are you seeing my screen?
It's not loading yet. There we go. You're good.
Okay. All right. I don't know what this means. Anyway. Okay. So my internet connection is unstable, apparently. Am I frozen?
You were for a second, but it's better now. Your voice is patchy again, though.
Maybe I should get the other computer. Well,
there you go. We see the screen change.
is it freezing?
No.
I think it's going to do this every time I click a different tab. Is it good now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so right now, I'm in my inventory screen. I have nothing listed in my inventory because it's all in my listing. And that is where it needs to be if you're going to double post. You can only list it in one place manually from your inventory screen. So hey guys, I'm joining the meeting from a different computer because this one is super, super slow. So how?
Okay, no problem.
Can I do that?
Yep, hold on. I'm just going to pause the recording. Yes, I've restarted the recording.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so no. Okay, so inventory, there's nothing in my inventory because I have it all listed. So I'm going to go to my listings. And you have two options for listing. You have manual and smart post. Manual is if you're going to go through and do individual styles and sizes, which it's time consuming. So they came up with smart post, which will automatically fill in all of your inventory into the correct albums for you, and then you don't have to figure it out. So right now I have my inventory listed in a couple of different places. Well, let me go back to manual and I'll show you. Of course it's not responding. Why would it? Let me try this one. Okay. Okay, so in my manual listings, we have 3 shop the row accounts, you guys, because we have a large inventory and we've had to deal with Facebook jail several times. So we have 3 shop the row accounts and 3 Facebook accounts to post them through. So luckily, you know, my full-time Lula Bro is is always here to help. So, okay, so right now I have them listed in the LuLaRoe Fashion Shop and the Live Love Row on Sunday's multi-consultant sale.
Your screen is frozen, my dear.
Okay. Well, please move this window away from the shared application. I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Can you just drag it and put it to the side of your screen?
What, that? Is that what I'm moving? Maybe, is that better?
It's not showing on this side. Maybe stop screen share and then restart.
Okay. Ah.
Ashley, yes, ma'am.
Better?
Yep, perfect.
Okay, so I have them listed in these two multis, and then they're listed in Shop the Row Parties too. But so to list them in a third multi, I would go to my listings and a smart post. And then you're going to use this little refresh button to bring up any any groups that you've been admined in since the last time you used smart post. So then I've got all of these. So, okay, so I'll choose my VIP shop. And in my VIP shop, I just post by album. I don't do it by style and size. So it automatically, you know, puts the album in there correctly. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it chooses the wrong one. So you always want to go through and make sure that, you know, it's the correct one. So then I would copy and paste my message in there and then choose to post now or post later, and you can set another time. One important thing, if you guys are new to Shop the Row, is to make sure that you set your time zone, because if you do not and you set something to post later, it will never post. Or it will post, I don't know, maybe it'll post like when it gets to Pacific time, that time. But if you're Eastern and you want it to post at noon and you don't set your time zone, it might post at like 3. But I'm not going to post, obviously. So let me choose one, okay, that has different styles and sizes. So here, you're going to load by style and size. And, well, that's not, hold on, let me find one that's got albums up. There, we'll go with that one. That's a good one. Okay, so it's on my load by style and size, and then it automatically fills in all of the albums for you. If it's blue, that means it's got an album that it's going to. If it's pink, it does not have an album assigned, so you have to go in and manually choose your album that it's going to go to. And then you go down, do the same thing, post or copy and paste your message, and then this is what it will automatically fill in: the item and the price and the size for you, and then it'll put the claim link here. So you don't have to fill in any of that, just leave it how it is. And then you choose to post now or post later and click your button down there. So you can post in as many places as you want. You can have your inventory posted 100 times this way. However, if you do that, you do run the risk of Facebook jail. So I'm going to stop my screen share for now. So we had several issues with Facebook jail in January, and then again last weekend. We have about 2,000 pieces that we list. The rest is a bunch of leggings duplicates that don't get listed. So we had 2 accounts and about 1,000 pieces in each account, and that was working fine for us. And then all of a sudden, Facebook got mad at us again. and wouldn't let us post through Shop the Row. Whenever you it's not necessarily that your whole profile is in Facebook jail when you have issues, but you cannot post anything through Shop the Row. So you can go on and you can manually post pictures, and you can post and you can comment and you can do whatever. You're not in Facebook jail, but your Shop the Row is in Facebook jail. So we decided to create the third account and move more inventory over. So now each account has between 700 and 761 pieces in it. And we've been fine posting like that. So the reason we've had to do that, though, I know people have larger inventories than us and don't have issues, but our business is pretty much online. So we are posting at least once a day, sometimes twice a day, into multis. And so that's, that was 2,000 pictures that we were posting to Facebook per day, for my account and my husband's account. So that's why we ran into trouble. So we split it up a little bit more. But if you have, a good size inventory and you post a couple times a week, I don't see that you would have issues. Okay, so the second thing, I'm going to go back to screen share. And one thing that is very important to do is whenever you sell something, if you are listed in more than one place at a time and something sells in one place, you want to make sure to delete that picture from the other place so that it can't get claimed again in Shop the Row, but someone will see it and could comment sold. And then you'd have to be the mean consultant that tells them it's not available. And this has happened to me, and people are usually understanding, but sometimes I forget to delete the posts or the pictures from the other multi. So right now, this one sold in the Live Love Row, I believe. And let me just check. Hold on. Is that where it's at? Yeah. Okay, so it's sold in Live Love Row. So if I go here, it will show the comments, the sold comments from this person. But I still have it listed in the fashion shop. So I click photo, so it will bring that up. Oh man, now it's, okay. And it takes me right to the picture that I have posted there. So then I just click on my options and delete this photo. And it will take it from that multi, so there's no chance of it getting claimed again in this other multi. And there are, hold on, okay, so there are some multis that do not want you to double post, so you got to pay attention to the rules. Some will say, if we find you double posting, we'll kick you out. Others don't always say whether it's okay or not. I just assume if they don't have it as a rule that you're not allowed to, it's fine. And if they come to me and say, hey, don't be doing this, then I'll change it. But just make sure that if you are double posted or triple posted or whatever, that you are staying on top of it to delete photos of things that sold. And I know for us, when we have a sale that starts, we are in front of the computers for the first couple of hours because that is the time when it's busiest. So we'll sit here and just monitor the sales if we are listed in more than one place, so that we can go right away and delete a photo from one multi if it's sold in another. So I think that's all that I have written down. Was that everything, Ashley, or am I missing something?
Yes, I think that was everything. Let me close this door again.
Okay.
One thing that some people do, and I've started to do it, if I've got my inventory in multiple places, like Kim said, it's really important to delete those pictures out of the other places, because if somebody claims it, clicks on sold, obviously they can't claim it again through the claim link. There is something there that says claim next, so you might see that happen. But what I've started to do, if I've got it posted in multiple places, along with that claim copy and paste that Kim was talking about, I've added in a little blurb that says, note, items may be cross-posted. And that way, if for some reason they say sold and get to it and it's already claimed before you've been able to delete that photo, at least you've kind of put a little warning out there that, you know, there's a possibility that it may have sold somewhere else. But again, the way that Kim talked about deleting it is kind of a best practice, so that you don't run into that. And let's see, as far as the deletion of photos, Kim, can you show them on Shop the Row, whenever a party is done, how you go about deleting the photos that are still available, and as well as deleting photos that are sold? Because I think some people think that if you click on, delete all your photos out, they think maybe the sold ones go out too, but that is separate. So can you maybe go over that on screen share?
Yep. Okay, so to do that, you would go back into your listings and you would choose manual this time. It's not, okay, sorry. And for the sake of time, I'm not going to select everything. Normally, why does it keep going back to this? Hold on, sorry. Is it? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I'm in the other account now. Okay, so normally I would select all, but for the sake of time, because it takes a while to load that, I'll just select one item or one size style. Okay, so you would wait for everything to load, and then once everything loads, it will give you the option here to select all, deselect all. So you would choose select all, scroll down to the bottom, and you would click delete Facebook photos for selected. You can choose individual albums that these are placed in, which will be a huge list, obviously, if you're selecting all of your inventory. So I just go and I select the group. So you can choose one, or if you hold down control, you can choose more than one. And then you would click yes, delete Facebook photos for selected. These are still active multis, so I'm not going to delete them. And then it would take you back up to the top, and it will say up here, deleted X number of photos from Facebook, but it may take some time, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so that's to delete active listings. For items that have sold, if you are responsible for deleting all of your own pictures in a multi, you would go into your sales and you would click photo for each item that's sold in that multi. So if I have to go in and I have to delete the photos, I think this one's sold in this multi. So if it's my job to delete all of my own pictures, I would go in and I would click photo. And once it pops up, you would do the same thing as before. You would click the options and then delete photo, and it will take it out of that multi. Because to do it through your listings, okay, so then delete and then confirm. To do it through your listings, it only deletes active listings. It does not delete anything that you posted in that multi that is now in your sales tab, because those links are no longer active in Shop the Row.
Perfect. Okay, So I know that was a lot of information, but jam-packed. But hopefully that's helpful to everybody. If anybody that's on here live has any questions, feel free. Let me move this back to gallery view. You can either raise your hand or unmute yourself, and I can unmute you so that you can ask those questions. I don't see anything that had popped over in the chat. So does anybody have any questions? Everybody good? Perfect. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.